Okay, so a little update to my sad music take. I take it all back. I had a moment last night, and I'm going to tell you about it, and it made me reconsider the whole thing. But as a refresher, my theory on sad music was that particularly women listen to sad music so they can feel better about themselves because other people have felt sad too. And my take the other day was that that's disgusting. That's the saddest thing in the world that you do that. And I'm still concerned that people are out there doing that every day. They're literally like psychopathic. They're like, oh, what I did was fine because that person did it. Or what I'm feeling right now is okay because other people are feeling it. And I think that's mental illness. And I think that's chaotic and bad, morally wrong. I'm taking a fucking stand. And I was putting that as sort of a carte blanche take on all sad music enjoyers, okay? And I like sad music, but it was very rarely for the music or the lyrics. It was the music that I liked. But what I learned last night, I just happened to be listening to Radiohead in the background while I was scrolling on my phone like an idiot. Alone, New Year's Eve, being an idiot. Motion picture soundtrack came on, and it was like the first time I've ever heard those lyrics. Even though I've listened to, Kid A, 10,000 times. I've listened to Kid A 1,000,000 times. 10 million, I'm not exaggerating, 500 million times. And that was the first time I actually heard those lyrics. Look them up and listen to the song. It's like 2 minutes long. And it hit me. It was this listening to sad music isn't intellectual. It's not a logical process. It's a catharsis. It's like a tulip opening in the spring. It's a feeling. It's getting shot in the back of the head. And you don't know the person's behind you. You don't see it coming. And then your soul just floats up. It's like getting. Can I say that? It's catharsis. It's emotional. And when you hear words, it's not when someone puts a perfect poem together and they're articulating a feeling that you've had, but you haven't heard it articulated in that way. And especially with sound. Like I've had that feeling a zillion times reading fiction. And I'm like, wow, that was a cool way to phrase that. But then in music, it's putting you in this headspace. I sound like an autistic person learning about feelings right now, don't I? I promise I have feelings. I promise I have feelings, okay? But just particularly with the sad music thing, I'm just making I'm putting an asterisk on it. I still am holding on solid to the fact that some people are psychopaths and listen to sad music constantly to feel good about themselves in that other people have felt that thing that they're feeling right now. And then they go, oh, this is good because other people feel it. Or I'm normal. And they're going, oh God, am I normal? Am I normal? Am I normal? And then they hear a song about some guy wanting to stab himself in the neck 500 times because he robbed a bank. Oh, baby. And they go, oh, wow, okay, this is comforting. I'm not a psychopath. I don't do that. Okay? I do not do that. But sometimes I get overtaken. Sometimes I'll hear a song and it grabs my hips and takes me over. Okay? It's just bends me over. And I don't like it. Okay? Well, it was beautiful, I'll be honest. Not the part. But they could just be so fucking good. And it just takes you somewhere that you're not expecting to go. Like being on a roller coaster and it's pitch black and you can't see anything. And then all of a sudden it's... Okay? But yeah, that motion picture soundtrack. What the fuck? So if you're listening, but again, intent is involved here. I wasn't intending to do that. I wasn't listening to music to be like, I need to cry. I want to cry, so I'm going to listen to this song. It literally just happened. It was like fucking driving 1,000 miles an hour and just hitting a brick wall. But then the brick wall hit and I'm stuck and I'm like, oh my God, this is the saddest I've ever felt. Hit the wall and then you feel yourself go up. And then you're like crying and you're like, what the fuck? And I never cry. I don't cry. And then I'm like, should I cry right now? I'm all alone. Yo, maybe I'm schizo, okay? Fine. But there's no coming back now. Either way, it's an attack. I think that's the appeal. I guess that's what I'm talking about. The appeal of sad music is the assault. And it's forcing you into a zone that you weren't comfortable with entering in your own mind, in your own skin. And then sometimes someone sings you a lullaby and it brings you there. I think there's a lot of things you could take from that. It's like, I think magic's real. That's what makes me think magic's real. Because you could grab the reins of someone's emotional life and take them somewhere. And people do that all the time. In ways they don't even understand. Hopefully the shit you're listening to is good for you. Hopefully the people in your life are good to you. Hopefully the media and people in your family that you know and love aren't psychically fucking you. They talk about like satanic panic shit. They're probably right to panic. It's like the Alex Jones theory with the he's like, the frogs are gay. They're turning the frogs gay. And it's like, well, they're not going to gay nightclubs and having sex with each other and drinking espresso martinis with each other and on Grindr. The frogs don't have Grindr. But it was messing with their hormones. He was spiritually right. A lot of what I'm saying is spiritually true. The satanic panic thing, yeah, they may have been like literally culty Christians in themselves and their words and how they're describing the problem. But it doesn't mean there's not a problem. The world is so much more complicated than you could ever fathom. The world is scary, baby. The world's scary, baby. I'm gonna edit this now, and I think I have to bleep me saying right? Okay.